Good afternoon, students. Today I am going to introduce you polynomials. Ninth class. The chapter is polynomials. The first of all, we have to understand the meaning of polynomial. What polynomial actually is? Polynomial is nothing. It is an algebraic expression. What is polynomial? First of all, we have to understand the meaning of polynomial. Polynomial means it is an algebraic expression whose power of the variable is a non-negative integer and value. Algebraic expression is the first step. Power of the variable is the second step. Non-negative integer value is the third, and it is fourth step. If a definition or if a algebraic expression fulfill all these conditions, means it is a polynomial. Okay. By algebraic expression means in terms of x and y, any expression. Okay. Without x and y also polynomial. No need to go for x and y, but it should be algebraic expression. Power of the variable may be x, y, u, v, w, whatever be the polynomial. Next, it is non-negative. Non-negative means positive, including zero. Keep in mind, it is positive, including zero. Say this is integers. Say it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is -1, it is -2. By non-negative integer value means it includes 0 and all positive integer values are there. Then the given expression, then the algebraic expression is known as a polynomial. Okay. So I suppose the definition is clear. Say we should take an example here. Say it is x square plus 2x plus 3. Here x to the power 2. Yes, it is positive power or positive variable power is there. 1 is there. Yes. X to the power 0. Yes. This is a polynomial. Number 2. Say if it is 3. Here x to the power 0. This is also a polynomial. Number 3. X plus 1 upon x means x plus x to the power -1. So this is not a polynomial. Number 4. X square plus 2 under root of x plus 3. Say it means what? X square plus 2 x to the power 1 upon 2 plus 3. Since it is 1 upon 2, so it is not a integer, and since it is not an integer, it is not a polynomial. I suppose the meaning of polynomial is clear to everyone. How you justify whether a given algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. So in case of polynomial, first of all we have to make it clear the definition. Then we have to keep in mind number 2, standard form. Of a polynomial, we should be keep in mind this all these things also. Standard form of a polynomial. Standard form means either in ascending order or descending order in terms of power of the variable. Always a polynomial is written in the form of the standard form. Say here it is x cube minus 3x square plus 3 and plus x. It is x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 3. So here the power is 3, here the 2, here is 1, here it is 0. This is known as standard form. In case of polynomial, we have to understand some other definition also. Say here coefficient of x cube. Here the coefficient of x cube. We have to understand the algebraic expression. Coefficient of x cube is how much? It is 1. Coefficient of x square, it is minus 2. Coefficient of x is 1. Constant term where no x, no variable is there, is known as constant term. It is 1, it is 3. So a polynomial can be studied in these forms. First of all, you should understand the meaning of polynomial. Then what we have to keep in mind, how to write in standard form. Number 3, we have to understand a polynomial in terms of standard form. We have to arrange it. We have to arrange it either in ascending order or in descending order. On using a polynomial, what this one indicate? This indicate it is coefficient of x cube, and minus 2 it is coefficient of x square. It is 1, it is coefficient of x. What about 3? 3 is your constant term. I suppose all the meaning are clear. And what about its degree? Degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial means highest power of the variable. So here the highest power is 3. So answer become 3. I suppose the meaning is clear to everyone. What do you mean by polynomial and their basic terms? In this chapter, basically what we have to understand. We have to understand regarding zeros of a polynomial. We have to keep in mind zeros of the polynomial. Then we have to keep in mind the factorization of a polynomial by splitting the middle term. By knowing the splitting the middle term. And number 3, we must keep in mind the factor theorem. Number 4, we must understand the meaning of remainder theorem. And we should keep in mind some identities to solve an algebraic expression. This whole is the chapter. Okay. The first, the meaning of the polynomial. Number 2, we have to understand what we have to understand. What? Standard form of the polynomial. Then degree. Then coefficients. Then constant term. This all is about polynomial. This is a justification of polynomial. So first of all, it is zeros of a polynomial. By zeros of the polynomial, say we have 2x minus 3. We want its 0. So put it equals to 0. We will get 2x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3 by 2. By putting x is equals to 3, x is equals to 3 by 2, this given polynomial becomes 0. Okay. How many zeros are there? It depends upon its degree. Say if it is x cube minus 3x square plus 2x plus 1. So it has how many zeros? It depends upon its degree. It has 3 factors. It has 3 factors will exist. So here it is degree, which basically decide the number of values of x are available in the given polynomial, which satisfy the given relationship. Say yes, meaning is clear of the zeros of the polynomial. Next, it is factorization by splitting the middle term. Okay. For example, it is x square plus 2x plus 1. So, what about its factorization? Say here it is factorization. The coefficient of x square is 1, x is 2, and the constant term is 1. So we should take it as a like this. It is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is equals to 1, b is equals to 2, c is equals to 1. in order to go for splitting the middle term, we have to multiply a into c. It is 1 into 1 is 1. Okay, 2. We have to split 2 in such a way. We have to split 2 in such a way so that their sum become 2 and their product become 1. So say it is 1 plus 1. So given factorization are x square plus 1 plus 1 into x plus 1. It is x square plus 1x plus 1x plus 1. So on taking common, here x is common, remaining is x plus 1. Here 1 is common, here it is x plus 1. On taking common, here it is x plus 1, remaining is x plus 1. These are the factors of the given polynomial. I suppose you all understand the factorization by splitting the middle term. Okay. Now if you want its zeros, zeros means x plus 1 is 0, x plus 1 is equals to 0, x is equals to minus 1, x is equals to minus 1. So there are two values of x, say x is equals to minus 1, which are identical here, but there are two vectors, the two zeros will exist. Okay. So I suppose the meaning of zeros of polynomial is clear to everyone. Splitting the middle term is clear to everyone. What about the factor theorem? Say, when we are talking about the factor theorem is what? Say there are factors which satisfy the given relationship. Say there are x square plus 2x plus 1. Say this is a polynomial, and in the given polynomial, say x is equals to 1. X is equals to 1. Matlab means what? X is equals to minus 1. X is equals to minus 1. We want to check its factor or not. Say p x is equals to minus 1. Minus 1 to the power 2 plus 2 into minus 1 plus 1. It is 1 minus 2 plus 1. It comes out to be 2 minus 2. 1 and 1 become 2. 2 minus 2 become 0. 2 become 0. So what happens here? It is 0. 0 means this is the factor theorem which states that this particular x is equals to minus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial or not. So yes, since it's remainder, the answer becomes 0. So we can say that x is equals to minus 1 is the factor. What about remainder theorem? Say if we divide x plus 1 with x square plus 2x plus 1, on dividing, if the remainder degree of remainder, in case of degree of the remainder is less than x to the power 1, say some constant, say it is 0, then we can say that this is the remainder theorem. Now the last concept for this chapter, the polynomial, is where we have to discuss here identities to solve algebraic expression. Identities. Say number 1, we have to keep in mind x plus y whole square, x square plus 2xy plus y square, x minus y whole square, x square minus 2xy plus y square, x square minus y square, it is x minus y into x plus y. So dear students, these are the basic identities we have to keep in mind. X cube minus y cube, it is what? X minus y into x square plus me xy plus me y square. Number 5, x cube plus y cube, it comes out to be how much? It is x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. Number 6, x plus y plus z whole square, it is x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Number 7. Number 7. It is x plus y whole cube. It is x cube plus y cube plus z cube plus 3, not z cube, x cube plus y cube plus 3xy into x plus y. And what about the next? This is the last concept here. So x minus y whole cube, x cube minus y cube minus 3xy, x minus y. Number 9, it is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. It is x plus y plus z into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx if x plus y plus z is not equals to 0. If x plus y plus z is equals to 0 means x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equals to 0. On putting it 0, we'll get 0. So it become x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equals to 3xyz. So this is the result here. I suppose you all understand the meaning of polynomial first, and you all understand the identities as well as the definition as well as standard form and all polynomial. This is a basic concept which we have to understand. Okay, thank you and bye.